back to the Ant-Man channel on Thursday, the 24th of January, 2013. In the United States today, we have race wars, blame the rich man, even though the rich man is not making that much more than the middle class guy, because you got your lower class making minimum wage, you got your middle class making about $9 an hour, $10 an hour, and to about $11 or $12 an hour. Then you got your higher class guys that are making $20, $30 an hour, and the politicians are telling you, Barack Obama is telling you to blame them for the economy. Go after the rich people. Go after Whitey. Go after the white man. You know what I mean? It's all like ridiculous nonsense. Pretty much the corporate establishment doesn't want you to look at them because they're the ones spending money still. Whose money? Your money. The taxpayers' money. And what are they spending it on? They're arming Muslim terrorists, extremists. They're arming cartel drug lords in Mexico. Go look it up. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not smart enough to make this stuff up. And I just read it, you know what I mean? It's declassified. It's on the internet. The internet's still free. You can go look this stuff up. There is no excuse for you to be ignorant. Only kids have an excuse for being stupid these days. Because they're kids. They have an excuse. They could say stuff and it's totally, like that saying goes, the sin of a child will make you blush, but the sin of a man will make you cry, because it's a sad thing, my friend. But here we go into this article. It's under WND Faith. Hollywood actor flayed for skanky sick ad. I felt violated and felt like I was observing evil personified. See, Hollywood pushes. There's a guy named the Groxt on YouTube that really breaks this down. The symbology of since the days of ancient the Tower of Babel, there has been a secret way of communicating with people through symbology, and the elites use this, is what the Groxt says, and they put their symbols in all of the media, like with the celebrities, with all this. They do satanic rituals on TV a lot of the time. It sounds crazy, but the elites are known occultists. They have been caught worshipping that owl Moloch in Bohemian Grove. All the presidents, they meet up. It sounds crazy. I don't even believe myself when I say this, but the elites believe that they are using a dark force against us. They do believe, whether you believe in God or not, the elites are occult inspired. They do believe in Satan, Lucifer, and they do believe in his, that he's helping them, that they're doing his bidding, that they're little puppets and whatnot. That's why you have Nicki Minaj as like the most, the biggest celebrities are like the most satanic ones, man. Lady Gaga, she dresses like a damn, demon, and she dances around and jiggles her butt all day. It's like, all this stuff is sick, you guys. It's sick. You guys need to really realize how sick all of this is. This is from Washington. A new advertisement featuring Necessary Roughness actor Mehcad Brooks and titled Happy 40th Anniversary Baby celebrates the deaths of an estimated 56 million unborn lost to abortion since the Roe v. Wade Supreme Court decision 40 years ago this week, and is being called skanky, sick, and disgusting. The ad from the Pro-Abortion Center for Reproductive Rights comes in hundreds of thousands prepare to attend the March for Life Friday in Washington, D.C. Brooks, who appears as a philandering athlete on USA Network's series Necessary Roughness, is spiffed up holding a rose and fondling a glass of liquid. He says, "Hey baby, you think I forgot it?" In front of a glowing fireplace, he continues, how could I ever forget our anniversary? All these years, so many people we've said we'd never make it. They've been trying to tear us apart, take you away, put limits on you, on me, on us. Let's see, but every time we've proven ourselves stronger, anniversary like this is not something you forget. Alveda King, member of the legendary King family, personal counselor to many young women, and director of African American outreach at Priests for Life, was upset by the spot. Excuse me, I'm kind of bumbling here. It's just that I did not expect to be reading about this. A young woman in her 20s sent me her reaction, and I think it's so compelling. This young woman wrote, "I feel molested after seeing it. Skanky, fitting for what it celebrates. Sick. Is he married or abortion? Is he married to abortion?" King explained the young lady had watched Necessary Roughness but vowed to never watch it again. King said many others also wrote to her saying they'll no longer watch the show. I mean, yeah, abort children up to age 3. I mean, these sickos fantasize and are proud of the things that they do. It's so disgusting, you guys. I mean, wow, how backward have we become where we think that that's a good thing? I mean, that's like kind of, I don't know what goes on in the mind of these people, like these fake liberals, these authoritarian control freaks, total Satanists. I don't get what goes on through their mind, and I don't really want to. I don't want to go there. But, these guys are total kooks. They're total and sick, maniac freaks. They're going on a total rampage. And I mean, to openly say things like that, and to put it on TV, is what puts these ideas into the young minds of, of the American people. And, it's totally sick. It's totally sick. I mean, that's why they're coming out with shows like, this guy. I mean, this is a show on the BBC. There's this guy who has he's depressed and he wants to kill himself. And the whole show is about how his friends are going to help him kill him because he wants to die. I mean, what kind of ridiculous message is that showing to people? It's okay to want to kill yourself and your friend should help you do it. I mean, we have become this sickening culture, man. But I mean, it's not really even us. It's the fish rots from the head down, as Gerald Celente of the Trends Journal says. The fish rots from the head down. The powers that be are totally. There's no more morality in the powers that be. They have been turned into something else, man. They're monsters. So now they're turning everyone else into monsters because they show you their ideas. They force feed you all their garbage, and the people that are growing up, the young minds in America that are growing up, they're digesting all this, and this is what they perceive as normal. I have some friends that are not even that much younger than me, let's say 20, 21 years old, and the way they grew up, women have been very open sexually. They are very open. They're very they're as open as men are these days. They don't give a care in the world to let you know what they want. It's pretty gross in my opinion. I don't go for those type of women at all. These are total one night stand sloozies. I mean, what do you expect from that? You can't expect much from one of these types. But anyway, he's it's really weird because the way I grew up, women were really conservative when I was growing up. But now it's it's a total reverse in roles the way that women act nowadays. It's like the women are the men and the men are the women nowadays. But when I grew up, women were so conservative and men were very, men were still, in the 80s when I was born, men were into working out. That was like a trend. People were all into working out. But now men are into sitting on their butt all day, playing video games and not doing anything about anything that has anything to do with reality. They just sit in front of the TV or, you know what I mean? They do nothing with their time. And then they think they're men, but are really just running around chasing the women all day and letting them decide everything. I mean, some guys, when they get into relationships when they're really young these days, they get caught up in their relationship to the point where they're not even going to school, going to work. They just have a girlfriend, and their girlfriend works for them. And you know what I mean? And this is common. There are more women working right now than there are men. There are more unemployed men than there are women right now. And that's because men rather sit on their butt and collect welfare checks that the government, gives them as a reward for their laziness. And then they get their women to go to work for them. Women are way more empowered than men these days. It's because the ball's in their court. They're women. Men are so brainwashed about sex that they just run after women for sex all day. Women, they're giving women all the power with that, because then the ball's in their court. They are the ones that say whether they're gonna have a go or not. With whatever man is trying to get at them. So they play these mind games with you men, and they totally control you to do whatever they want just to get in bed with them. And then there's no real intimacy. There's no real relationship. So the culture is pretty destroyed already. But I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, we could come back from this. You guys could go read about this. I don't want to read about it. It's under WorldNet Daily, under the faith category, Hollywood actor flayed for skanky sick ad. Go read about it. It's by Anita Crane. But anyway, I went on a total rant. I usually am. I'm having a lot of revelations. I've been having God's been revealing a lot of wisdom to me lately, and that's one of the things that I see is that people who have vision, people who can see past their nose, can see where all this comes from. You look at the root of the problem, but then the morons call you a conspiracy theorist because you can see past your nose, because you're not just living in the now, but you know where the problems come from. You know where the root of the problem, what the problem, it needs to be cut from the root. And you know that just spending, and like Mr. Obama says, we need to raise the debt ceiling, and we're not a deadbeat nation, we need to keep spending. We know that he's just playing this sick game and putting on an act, because we all know how to make the economy better, and that's by cutting spending. So, you know what I mean? It's like everything has been turned on its head, and you know where this is going. You know that these people know what they're doing. They're not that... I don't really believe that the president is that stupid where he thinks that what he's doing is actually what he says it's doing. What he says it's doing is a joke. It's a lie to you so that you think everything's okay. But what's really going on is that, you can even look into the people who are asking us where their money is. There's no gold behind the money that we carry. It's absolutely devalued, the money that we have. I don't know, guys. It doesn't take a pea brain to figure all this stuff out.